If I could help you truly see all that you can be, if you look inside yourself and just believe.
So I am so grateful to be a part of this Zoom call where I get to do a guided meditation with Celeste. Thank you for being someone who was willing to volunteer to go through this. I'm so excited to be able to share what guided imagery can do for you. And for anybody else who watches this as a replay later, just pretend like we're talking to you and you're interacting with us, even though we're not specifically talking to you. Today, I'm specifically going to be talking with Celeste as I guide or take her through a guided meditation. So we've been talking about what oils are best for a guided meditation. And lavender is a really good one that's a universal oil that's really good for almost anything and anybody. And it's one that people usually don't react to. So that's really good. That's one that I like to use in, I'm also a foot zoner as well. So I like to use that a lot. Serenity would be a really good one. And the point is that as I take somebody through a guided meditation, a lot of times it's because they're trying to find peace, or they have a lot of anxiety and they don't know how to deal with it, or they've been through a traumatic event, and so they're trying to find closure or peace to help them get through that event. Sometimes it's because they're having relationship difficulties, and so I have them visualize the relationship in their mind and as if they're talking to that person during the session. And then you're talking to that person's spirit or higher self. And I've seen this work. And I just wanted to share a few examples, and then Celeste, I'm going to ask you what you feel would help you. But just as an example, so I personally went through a lot of trauma a few years ago, and it was affecting my health. And so my therapist did the guided imagery on me, and it really, really helped. It really helped calm me because I was in that fight or flight state. So it helped calm me down. And I felt like because I was in that state, I couldn't think and I couldn't get clarity as to how to move forward and get direction for my life and how to move forward. And so the guided imagery helped me so much. And my therapist saw how much it helped me, and she knew it was helping her clients. So she trained me in it. And then she allowed me to work in her clinic on her patients. And just as examples, there was one woman who was dealing with claustrophobia, and she was getting ready to go on a trip to Europe to do some family history work, and she was scared to death to get on a plane. She was scared about getting in elevators or on a train. And so I did several sessions with her to help her work through that claustrophobia, and she would imagine herself in these places and not have the fear anymore with it. It can help people through financial issues. One person was trying to get some financial assistance for something and it wasn't working. And so I did a guided meditation for her, and she imagined herself approaching the banker and talking to him about why she needed the money. And then like a week later, she called me and she's like, Jeannie, I had a miracle happen. Exactly what I saw happen in the session happened in real life. And I was able to get the finances that I needed. So there's so many situations and so many ways that the guided imagery can help people. And sometimes it helps you manifest things, but it can do all of the above that we've talked about. And so so we've talked about some of the oils because there are ones that will help calm you if you are a person who is seeking relief from anxiety or stress. There are also ones that can help give you clarity. And so Celeste and I were talking about some of these. Some of them are rosemary, intune, focus blend, frankincense. And what I decided is to allow Celeste to choose the one that she felt would be most beneficial to her today. So is there one that you chose?
You know, as you were talking, it was like the traumatic, I have traumatic events with food and how I was raised to finish my plate and scarcity that we'll never have a treat again. So there are things like that that have been traumatic. And so my relationship with food, and I could use some help with that and having more clarity and overcoming my thoughts as challenges come my way in the choices I make.
Okay, and thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that. I know there are a lot of people that do struggle with that, and I know it really can be a struggle. So thank you for expressing that that's what you feel like you could use help with. Because normally I do like to ask a person about themselves and what it is that they feel like they need help with. So thank you for sharing that, and that's definitely something that we can focus on in the session. Is there any other, like, do you have any questions or concerns before we get started with the session?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. So I'm just going to show you, this is the manual that I have. This is where I learned from. It's called Therapeutic Guided Imagery Facilitator Training by Felice Austin. And she has a practice called Tree of Life Hypnosis. So that's where my training comes from. And there's about 50 different sessions in here that we could go off of. And I'm just going to name some of them for those other listeners who are listening in. First of all, what we generally do is, generally on the first session, is I will take you to a special place that you create in your mind, and you use your imagination. And what this is to establish a place that you can go to every time you feel like you need this help. Every time you think about your relationship with food, and if you're struggling with it, you can go to this place that you've already established in your mind. And it's a place where you can sit and relax and think and say, okay, well, what can I do right now to help me through this? And what are some skills I've already learned previously that can help me through this? And so we like to establish that special place. So normally what I do is I take people on a special place journey so that we can establish that. Excuse me. And then just for some other examples, there's one called Discover a Secret Garden. There's an inner child journey where you go back and can heal your inner child. There's solutions to a problem journey. There's one that's called a magic carpet ride that can take you to 3 different places where you can either meet people or see events or places where you need to go. There's one called the Throne of God where you actually approach the throne of God. There's so many different ones. There's discovering new territory. But what I'm going to do, because you already told me what your desires are with the help with your relationship with food, just to prepare you, I'm going to help you establish that special place. And a lot of time people like to have guides come in. And so there'll be a point in the session where you will be allowed the time or the chance to invite a guide to come. For instance, a lot of people like to have a relative that's passed on to the other side of the veil come, or they like to have Jesus Christ come, or an angel, or it could even be something like from fairy tale land, like a fairy or a mermaid. Just whatever comes to you is okay. And whatever comes is just right for you. It doesn't have to be right or wrong. It's just whatever you want, and whatever comes up for you is what is right. So one thing that's very, very important before we go into the session is that you sit and are still, and you take the time to do some deep breathing, because breathing is so vital, especially when we're in that stressed mode or fight and flight mode. A lot of times we tend to breathe shallow and we don't get the deep breathing that we need. And so we don't get the oxygen that we need. And sometimes it deprives our brain of the oxygen that we need to help us make those decisions that we're trying to make. And just so you know, the subconscious in the middle of the meditation can come up to the surface, and there may be things that pop up and come to the surface that you may, or somebody else that is listening may need to deal with. And that's okay. That's why we're establishing a safe place, the special place where you can feel safe, so that if those things come up, we can deal with them if we need to. But I want you to keep in mind, you get to guide this. You can determine how much you want to address or deal with, or how much you don't want to. You can determine how long we're in that state in your special place, or how quickly you want to come out of it. It's up to you, and I let you be the guide. And I'll, as far as the time and how deep you want to go. So now, right now, what I want you to do is go ahead and get as comfortable as you can. And sometimes people like to even lay down, which is just fine. Sometimes they like to sit in a big cushy chair or lay down on the couch or on their bed, wherever is most comfortable for you. So I just want to make sure you feel like you're in a comfortable position. And if you are, then we'll go ahead and proceed. Okay, great. All right, so now what I want you to do is close your eyes. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Celeste. Go ahead and first of all, we need to have you put that oil on. And for any of those listening at home, go ahead and choose an oil as well. It could be one that we talked about or one that you just feel resonates with you. And go ahead and apply that right now.
Yeah, I picked spearmint because it went along with what you were talking about and what I was talking about. And so, yeah, I'll just
Okay, great.
put it in and put it on.
Great. And I will be taking notes. So if you want your notes afterwards, I will have them for you. Of course, we have this recorded for you today, Celeste. But in all of my sessions, I always take notes for the people. If they want a copy of them, I always provide that for them. Okay, so I see that you've applied the oil. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and close your eyes and go ahead and take 3 deep breaths in and out. And it's good as well to smell the oils as you're breathing in so you can inhale the scent of that oil. And another thing that I want you to do is as you're breathing in, I want you to breathe in all of the good and positive things about this day. And I also want you to breathe in all of the good and positive things about food, everything that you love about food. Breathe that all in as if you're enjoying that in the very moment. And as you exhale and breathe out, I want you to release any negative emotions or feelings or thoughts that you're having about food right now. And this can be anything as well in your life. It doesn't have to specifically be food. If there's anything in this day that has been a stress to you, just let it all go. And you can let it go. All you have to do is allow, and that is the key. Allow yourself to relax, breathe in all of the good, breathe out everything that is not serving you at this time. So go ahead and take those breaths. And now I want you to just start to focus on the sound of my voice and just let my voice guide you. Let yourself be calmed. Let yourself just be as relaxed as you can. And listen to my voice, and all other sounds that may be in the background, they don't matter right now. They won't be a disturbance to us because you're going to listen to my voice, and that's all that matters. And as you listen to my voice and you breathe in all of the good things that you have thought about, I want you to notice that there's a light. It's out in the cosmos, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, bright light, and you can see it from far away. You can tell how magnificent and beautiful it is. And as you focus on the light, it begins to come closer and closer to you. And eventually you notice that it is hovering over the roof of your home. Allow that light to go ahead and come into your home and grace the top of your head. And just feel how warm and magical and beautiful that light is. And let it permeate through your soul, in and around your body. And just let it envelope you in a beautiful peace. As if it's a peace like you've never known or felt before. And this light just brings you comfort and healing. And you know this light was meant to come to you at this very moment. And it was sent by the person who loves you the very most. So let this light go through your body as it goes down your head and down your neck. You can feel your neck release all the muscles, release all the tension in your neck, and you can feel the light going down your back and down your spine as if it's soothing your spine. And just allow it to do that. Take in all the love that this light has brought to you and that it has to offer you. You can feel it in your fingers. You can feel it all the way down to your toes. You can even feel it in your stomach and in your heart center. Just enjoy this light and the love that it has to bring you. And now imagine it going out your toes, and then it comes back in, up through your body, goes all the way up your body and out through the top of your head, and it spills out all around you. And so now it's as if you're in a bubble of light and love. And it feels very comfortable, and you feel cushioned. But most of all, you feel very safe. Because this light has come to bring you healing and safety as you're able to heal. And now I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. And with each number, I want you to take even deeper breaths and feel yourself relax even deeper into deeper peace. 5, 4, 3, even deeper now, feeling the beauty of the presence of this light. 2, 1, 0. Now you are completely relaxed, more than you've ever been before, and you're feeling perfectly safe, wrapped in this beautiful light that is around you. And now you are going to use your powerful mind. Our minds are so very powerful. I want you to begin to imagine a beautiful, peaceful, healing place that was created just for you. And perhaps it could be even a place that you're creating right now in your mind. It's whatever you want it to be. It can be a place that you've already imagined or created in your mind before. You can create it right now in this very moment, or it could be a place that you've always wanted to go. But go ahead and let that special place come into your mind right now and imagine the beauty of this special place. And I want you to think about how it feels to be here right now in this moment in your special place that you have created or that was created for you. Maybe you created it with someone, with the person who knows what you need as you are here. I want you to think about the time of day it is. I want you to think about the temperature, whether it's like the noonday sun and you can feel the sun on your face, or whether it's the morning and maybe you can see the sun rising up over the mountains. You get to choose what time of day it is and see what the light feels like. Notice any hues of color in your space. Notice how vibrant they become as you sit here. And I want you to make sure that you choose the place in your special place that is calling out to you, where you want to go sit down. Perhaps it's by a river. Perhaps it's in a garden. It's wherever you want to be. And now as you think about this place and it comes to you, you are welcome to say out loud what this place looks like and feels like.
It's peaceful.
Beautiful. And you're welcome to describe any colors or anything you are seeing.
I'm in the mountains, and the trees are all around with shade to protect from the extra hot but warm, the sunlight peeking through the leaves, and
Beautiful.
back with the water where the tide trickles by. You can hear it sing.
Beautiful. So go ahead and soak in that view, the mountains and all the beautiful trees with all their foliage, and feel how wonderful it feels to have the warm sunlight trickle through the leaves down to you and to warm your body. And also, if there are any scents that you notice, you can go ahead and state what they are as well.
Well, spearmint. I can smell spearmint.
There is a saying that a scent can take you anywhere. And so let that spearmint, as it already has, taken you to this beautiful place where there's the mountains and the trees and the water in the background. Just take in all that beauty of the sense of the sight and the smell and the warmth. Feel how beautiful that is. Continue noticing that you are becoming aware of the dominant attributes of your special place. Even think about any emotions that this place brings to you as you look at your surroundings, as you look at the trees and feel the warmth of the sun. Just allow yourself to feel any emotions that need to come up or that you would like to feel. And then go ahead and describe how that feels.
It feels calming, but energetic. Like I could run up the mountain, up the trail. The movement is easy.
So if you'd like to go ahead and run up the mountain on the trail, go ahead and do that now. And just think about how wonderful that feels to do that.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay. What did you feel or notice as you were running up the trail?
I wasn't tired, and it was easy.
Beautiful. Oh, so think about how easy that was and how grateful you are that that didn't make you tired. And to do that with so much ease. Now, as you're at the top of the hill, what do you notice around you as you look around?
The valley down below, and all of the brush and the wildflowers all around.
Beautiful. So soak that in now as well, realizing that all of this beauty was created just for you to enjoy right now. Those beautiful wildflowers. You can even take a moment and look at how intricate they are, all the details about the flowers, the colors and the patterns and the designs. And think about how wonderful it is that they were created for you to enjoy. And you can look around the valley and just imagine what you see. And if you'd like to even describe some more, go ahead at this time.
Just the awe and the beauty of the earth and the clouds above, the colors all around, and the sun shining in the sky.
Beautiful. What a beautiful place to be. Now go ahead and pick a place to sit down again at the top of the hill where you can continue to enjoy all of this beauty as you peer down into the valley or as you look up into the sky at the clouds. And as you're sitting here, is there anyone that you would like to talk to or any message that you feel that you need, that somebody could bring to you.
Am I supposed to tell you who, or?
If you'd like to, that is up to you.
Okay, so I just envision them there.
Okay. So this person that you just envisioned, as you invited them to come into your special place with you, what kind of reaction did you see from them?
Warmth and love.
Is there something that you would like to ask this person who is so willing to bring you so much warmth and love?
Um, Sorry. I guess I could ask if they're proud of me.
So go ahead and ask them and see what their response is.
Are you proud of me?
If you'd like to share any responses, you're welcome to. And again, if you feel you need to keep them to yourself, that is just fine. Whatever happens is just for you. And I want to remind you that this is a safe place. And if you even just want to think about what they said, that is just fine as well. Just let me know when they have given you their answer.
I would say thank you.
Okay, beautiful. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take your right hand and place it on your heart. And I want you to repeat in your mind or out loud if you wish, this answer that this person who loves you so much brought to you when you asked the question if they were proud of you. Put your hand on your heart and say in your mind or out loud the answer that they gave to you. And think about how that feels as you take that into your heart. And as you express gratitude to them and you said thank you to them, how did they respond to you?
The same.
Beautiful. Is there anything else you would like to ask this person?
No.
Okay. All right. So you can either invite them to continue to stay with you, or you can thank them and let them move on if it is time for them to go. You decide what is appropriate. Okay, now, as you are here in this special place, I want you to think about all of the things that bring you joy. Whether it be your favorite food, your favorite song, your favorite color. And if you would like to talk about any of these things, you can bring it up. Perhaps in the distance you see a field where you have one of your favorite foods there, or one of your favorite objects. And if that's something that you would like to explore, to go closer to that field, we can. You just let me know.
Okay.
You'd like to go forward? Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead. Go into this place, describe it as you're moving toward it, towards this favorite object that you're going towards.
You want me to explain?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a big white building.
Okay. And how do you feel as you approach this white building?
I'm grateful.
Okay. And if you want to choose to sit on the steps of this building or sit on the grounds around this building, or perhaps you'd just like to walk around it, it's your choice. Go ahead and do whatever you'd like to now as you approach this building. And if you'd like to express what it feels like, you're welcome to. Or again, you're welcome to keep it to yourself. Okay, what I'd like you to do now is I want you to observe that you've found an object around this building that is something that you can take back home with you. And it's something that you can keep. And anytime you are having any struggles with food or with yourself or with knowing if anybody is proud of you or if you can be proud of yourself, I want you to choose a special object that will bring you peace and comfort, knowing that there are those who are proud of you or that you do have reasons to be proud of yourself. So go ahead and now and pick an object, whether it's a rock or a flower or a leaf, whatever that is that you find on the grounds of this building. Go ahead and choose something now. And when you've chosen it, go ahead and let me know.
A flower.
A flower, beautiful. Okay. Is there anything you'd like to share about this flower?
It's a tulip.
A tulip, beautiful. Okay, so does the tulip seem to be speaking to you?
Yeah, it's a memory.
Okay, is that a memory that you would like to share?
Just a joyous memory.
Okay, so hold that joyous memory in your heart as you look at this tulip and as you feel such gratitude that this tulip showed up for you to bring you back this memory that you can be so grateful for because it brings you so much joy. So you can even take time to thank the tulip. You can take time to thank this beautiful white building that you've been able to be close to. And you can thank any peace or any messages that they have brought to you. And go ahead and take the time that you need to enjoy this tulip and enjoy being on the grounds by this beautiful building. And when you're ready to move on, let me know. Okay. So now we're going to take this tulip back home with you. And it's going to be something that you can choose to put on your desk or your dresser or in your kitchen window, wherever you want it to go. That's where the tulip will go to remind you of this wonderful, beautiful, joyous memory that it brought to you. And then I want you to again remember the words that were told to you by the person who told you that they were proud of you. And I want you to take those words and the tulip back with you. And anytime that you need to remember that you can be proud of yourself and that there are others who are proud of you, all you need to do is put your hand on your heart and speak those words or look at the tulip. And it will remind you what a beautiful person you are and that you are loved and that people are proud of you. So go ahead now and take the time to thank the special place that you've been in. Thank the beautiful building and the tulip and your guide and all the beautiful flowers and trees and the warm sunshine. And just remember that you can return to this place whenever you need to feel that warmth and that love, because now you know how to go there and you know how wonderful it feels to be there. So now I'm going to bring you back and I'm going to count from 0 to 5. So starting at 0, feeling such gratitude for this beautiful place that you've been today. 1, looking around and observing and remembering what was here for you to come back anytime that you need to. 2, being grateful for this beautiful tulip you get to bring back with you and the words of the guide who told you how proud they were of you. 3, now you're starting to feel your fingers and toes again. 4, you're starting to remember where you placed yourself in your chair. And now 5, open your eyes and you are wide awake and back. And at this time, you are welcome to express any feelings or thoughts you were having, if you'd like.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was really nice.
Good, good. You know, and I find it interesting because it seems like whatever needs to happen in the session is what happens. And sometimes we're able to address what the person specifically says. For instance, for you, you wanted to address your relationship with food. Maybe you did in your own mind, and maybe that isn't what was necessary to happen today. But what I would tell somebody is that we can continue these sessions and we can continue to go deeper to address some of those things. But I think today it was essential and very important to establish that special place. And this gives everybody else as well an idea to see what the basic guided imagery special place is. And then, as I said before, since that place is established, each time we do a meditation, we can go deeper and we can delve more into the things that they're specifically wanting to address. So I hope that brought you some peace and some warmth today, knowing that you were loved and that somebody is proud of you.
Thank you so much. That was really, really enjoyable. I'm really glad you did that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It was enjoyable for me as well to be able to do that for you. And I would like to offer to anyone who would like to experience a guided meditation as well, is I would like to offer a free 20-minute coaching session so that anybody could see if this is a fit and I can get to know you and we can go over some of these things that we could possibly address in a guided meditation, or even if somebody has any questions about it. I'm happy to do a 20-minute session for free to go over that, and even do a mini 10-minute session for someone for free who would like to experience that.
And so where do we go for that?
So I have a Facebook group called Dream Believers Guided Imagery. And so if anybody wants to join that group, they're welcome to, and then they can personally message me and I can give them my contact information from there.
Thank you so much. I think I will probably be looking into that. And thank you so much for doing this for me.
Oh, great. You're welcome. You're so welcome. I'd be more than happy to work with you some more in the future.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Take care.
Yeah, I feel like that was perfect. I don't think we'll have to edit anything. I think it'll be so perfect.
Oh, good. Good.
That was
We can use
beautiful. I shouldn't have been here. It was beautiful though. You guys did so great. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was so cool. And I love that it was spearmint because it, you could just imagine it being the spearmint leaves all around me. And so now whenever I smell it, it's going to take me there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, cut that. I wonder if we should put that in there.
I know. I was just thinking, I don't know why I didn't think to say, bring that smell of spearmint back with you. That would be important.
we can,
But
We can say it right now and Celeste can cut it and put it in. I'm going to block my face again.
okay, so you have mentioned several times in the meditation session that you smelled the smell of spearmint. And so that's also something that I would normally include in the meditation, that you can bring that smell of spearmint back with you. And anytime you smell spearmint, it will remind you of this session where you had somebody come to you and tell you how proud they were of you and how beautiful that place was. Every time you smell that smell. And that's one of the reasons why in the guided meditation, we ask people if there are any smells or senses that come up for them, because it is a good reminder of what they experienced during the meditation.
yeah, I think whenever I smell, I think I'm going to go to smell. I think from now I'm going to have spearmint around me often so I can reminisce on that. And also a tulip. Those are really cool things for me to reminisce on. So thank you. I really
Beautiful. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm very happy to do this today. Very grateful for the opportunity.
All right. And where do we find you again?
I have a Facebook group named Dream Believers Guided Imagery. So if anybody would like to join that group, and then I can give them more personal information from there.
Thank you so much.
And of course, if they go to the Hub 10 page as well, they'll find information on there as well. So
Perfect. Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
What if I could help you